All right, I'm going to show you something really cool here. I continue to be super impressed with ChatGPT's new O3 full model that just came out a couple days ago. And I've been doing some interesting tests, and I've never seen anybody do this. So check this out. So I started off with, that idea. I wanted to see if it could see things that humans can't see. So I asked, I said, those colorblind tests you see every once in a while that I think they look pretty easy, but basically it's a bunch of bubble dots, and then it has in a slightly different color some number in there, and they're normally easy to see. And I asked it to make one of those first. I'm just on GPT 4.0, so it started with this. But the problem is this is obviously too easy to see. Anybody can see that's an 8 in there. So I went back and I said, make it again such that a human cannot see it, but hopefully, like in a normal AI like GPT 4.0 or one of the other thinking models can't see it either. But if you really do some insane analysis on it, then GPT, the new O3 model, could see it. So that's what I was trying to design. And then you got to see what it came up with. So then it came up with this image, but the problem is it didn't make this image right. So nobody could see it because it just gave a bunch of dots. And that's one of the problems when you're telling it to make an image, like it didn't do it properly. But that's basically what I wanted. So, and also for each test, I was testing all of the models, and GPT O3 is the only one that could get this right. So I'm just going to fast forward over to here. And I did two tests. 4.0 ended up coming up with this one. So let's take a look at it. Now look very carefully. Can you see any number or word or anything inside of here? I mean, honestly, I've asked a bunch of people, but there's no chance that any human could see this. There is one in here, but I guarantee that a human could not see this. And neither could GPT 4.0 or O4 Mini, O4 Mini High, any of the other ones that look at it from other companies. Nobody could see this. So it's not like the computer has better sight, so to speak. There has to be some way to analyze this in order to see it, that because GPT O3 isn't better at just looking at it. It's got to do some analysis on it. So let's check this out, what it did. So I said, check out this Ishihara test. I learned that's what these are called. Tell me what number is in here. So it thought for 33 seconds, and here's what it did. And I always like to look at the thinking to see. So it did this Python stuff and analyzed. So it's making computer code programs on the fly. So it says I have a new image to analyze, blah, blah, blah. There's probably some subtle pattern in here it wants me to figure out. So it's understanding on its own what the goal is. It can see it's not easy to see right away. So it's like this is all Python code here where it's analyzing, the actual, like these different numbers are, what do you call it? That's like the color code for each one. So it looks at all the pixels. It comes up with this, the number 6. I can see the lighter purple dots forming the number 6. And I went back to the original test and I said, is that right? Because obviously I can't see it. And it said it is. So I wanted to see, okay, are you able to do this? If it wasn't just a number, I didn't want it to get a lucky guess. I wanted it to be trickier. So the next one I said, make the word cat, write it down, and make another one to upload. So then I uploaded this new one. I said, tell me what's in here. So again, there's no way that a human could see what is in here. It looks all exactly the same. You don't get any sense of it at all. And then it thought for, I don't know how long, but it came up with this picture here. It decided to, it ran the same Python code to see which ones were different, and then it shaded the different ones to a maximum contrast, and it came up with this. And then I went back to the original one. I said, is that correct? And it said, absolutely, it's cat, written in this way. And I even asked, to make sure. So these are different chat windows. So there's no cheating because it's not part of the memory. Like I made sure even the file name wasn't the same. And basically it was able to detect things. So it's not just like vision the way humans do, it's vision the way only computers can do. And even so, more impressively, it can go right down to the pixel, run code on it, analyze for, mysterious things, and then pull out these secret codes that are in there. So I'm going to make another video right after this about like finding where people are in photos, which is another incredible ability, but it's just really impressing me with the way of thinking, because I didn't give it any instructions other than just tell me what's in here, and it figured it out. And again, none of the other image models could figure this out. So I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you think. If you like these kind of tricks, sign up for like AI tips and everything. They're very helpful. So sign up for a free email in the description and in the first comments. But let me know what you think. We'll talk to you in the next one.